Currently, there are more or less 400,000 deaf people in Belgium. The severity of their hearing impairment can be ranked from mild to total deafness. In Europe, this number rises to 15 million. If we look all over the world, there are approximately 300 million deaf people. But they need to communicate with their parents and their family and friends. Many people are affected by this problem. These people definitively need sign language. That's why there are schools for teaching both parents and children a way to adapt themselves to this new situation. Despite this learning, deaf people may have issues in some frequent situations, such as at the doctor's, at the shop, in a restaurant, at school, or in emergency situations. Some associations and schools work every day to help resolve these issues. So there are some solutions to learning signing, but none to really practice without a teacher.
Ici au centre, nous accueillons des parents avec leur enfant sourd et nous leur proposons différentes choses. Bien sûr, nous allons proposer à cet enfant un appareil auditif pour l'aider à entendre les sons du langage et donc à apprendre à parler. Mais nous allons aussi proposer aux parents des cours de communication visuelle. Ce que nous souhaitons, c'est que le parent et l'enfant puissent communiquer rapidement et la langue des signes est notamment un moyen pour eux de faire une communication aisée, directement. Et pour ce faire, donc, les parents viennent assister à des cours avec des professeurs de langue des signes. Ils disposent aussi de lexiques papier sur lequel sont dessinés les différents signes qu'ils vont apprendre. Il existe aussi quelques DVD de contes signés et il existe aussi quelques sites qui permettent de visualiser des signes dans des petites vidéos intégrées à ces sites. Évidemment, l'idéal serait que ces parents puissent, en rentrant à domicile, revoir les signes qui leur ont été enseignés et les reproduire et être sûr que les mouvements qu'ils font pour faire ces signes sont corrects. Et là, évidemment, ce contrôle-là, actuellement, n'est pas possible. Ils doivent attendre de retourner au cours avec leur enseignant, reproduire les signes et celui-ci peut leur dire oui, c'est correct, non, ce n'est pas correct.
That's why we have made our project. To help parents and children to practice sign language at home in a fun way. Our application will use the Microsoft Kinect or any webcam to acquire a hand picture. The user needs to wear a specific glove. Then image processing will be applied by an OpenCV DLL to find the hand skeleton. The pieces of information returned will be compared to a Windows Azure database. This operation provides a match to the program that can confirm or not the sign. Our recognition API is designed for developers who will integrate our hand detection in other projects. This API takes care of container instantiation, webcam or Kinect access or OpenCV image processing. The connection to our database is also ensured. Finally, this project can provide you with the code corresponding to the hand or a picture of the hand itself. For now, we have chosen to focus on letters, but in the future, words or sentences could be retrieved. Sign management software. This piece of software is designed for people having a good knowledge of sign language, most of the time teachers or speech therapists. It will allow them to add new signs or letters. First of all, a data update is performed at the startup. Then the user has to connect himself with his account, login and password. Each account contains a favorite language, hand and all useful information. In the main menu, the user has three choices: add a new sign or letter, consult the existing signs in the database, and change the settings of the application. To add a sign, the user has to follow 4 steps. He enters the sign, matching and duration. He records the sign that he wants to add. He confirms the sign by reproducing it, and then he saves the sign that is added to the database. The user will also be able to consult the Azure database by carrying out a search on the matching and the language. Then a video showing the sign researched will start. Finally, a count in the language of the application can be modified in the option menu. Learning software. This piece of software is designed for a familial use. It has been created to be a supplementary help to the classical learning in assigning school. At the startup, the program begins as before by a data update and connection. In the main menu, the user has 4 choices: study signing, play, consult the existing signs in the database, and change the settings of the application. In the case of study, 2 methods are available. Reproduce. Videos are shown to the user and they must reproduce them by doing the corresponding sign or letters. Recognize. A video is shown to the user and they must identify the right correspondence in a list of propositions. They have to be performing the sign before moving on to the next video. In the case of play, Q&A, a question is asked to the user, who will answer it by doing the letters composing the word. Anagram, some letters are suggested to the user, who has to put them in the right order. He answers by reproducing the letters. Consulting the database and changing the settings are similar to the first application. The Windows Phone application. This program is designed for a personal use. The advantage of this app is that we can use it to learn signing everywhere. First, the user needs an account to log in. If they have an access to the network, a database update is performed. Otherwise, they can still use the application but will not have access to the latest version of the database. Thanks to this piece of software, we can consult our Azure database or learn sign language by recognizing it. Technology. This last application is just an example of the number of technologies we have used to develop this project. Indeed, as it was said before, we used Windows Phone 7 to create a mobile version of our application. But we also use the Windows Connect and the possibilities that it provides, the skeleton, the depth, closer recognition distance. These features are not available with a traditional webcam. The Windows Presentation Foundation application. We wanted appealing, ergonomic and intuitive GUI. The storyboards are also a good means to put some movement into our menu. The Windows Communication Foundation API that allows us to very easily communicate with our SQL Server database. Windows Azure offers a great availability of our database all over the world. This technology is also used to create a worldwide sign database. Future applications. If we can continue this project, We plan to really improve every aspect of it. Recognise more signs, such as two-handed signs or signs in motion. Create hand recognition software on other supports, like the Windows Phone, as soon as the native code will be supported. An ASP.NET website that could be created, giving a community aspect to the project. Watching videos, posting on forums, rating the videos and the signs, consulting statistics to compare yourself with other users. The recognition will also be possible with Microsoft Silverlight 5, allows both webcam and native code. The API can be used to control the computer in a similar way to voice recognition. A funnier application could be an adaptation for games on Windows or Xbox. If we think a little bit further, why not imagine a sign translation or a smartphone equipped with Kinect? Business. The future development opportunities give the project more business value. We can always find another application where our solution will help deaf people, and therefore it can continue to evolve. Another advantage of our product is that it is aimed at a wide range of people. If you have a Kinect, or if you buy one, you can use our application with all its features. Otherwise, a webcam will allow you to use the basic recognition system, but none of the technologies provided by the Kinect will be used in the application. Not only deaf people will, of course, be interested in our project, but also their families, schools, and public facilities. Furthermore, our application can be used all over the world. It is already available in 4 languages: English, German, Dutch, and French. We are trying to create a community spirit, a counter-prospective website. The application uses the Azure technologies and so a cloud database. Our sign management program allows users to create signs in multiple sign languages. Finally, the only accessory that our application needs is a glove modified with some stickers. To conclude, we have developed software that allows us to teach ourselves to sign in addition to a traditional learning. The API can in the future be adapted to resolve other problems.